Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're talking Invitae stock, ticker symbol NVTA. As a disclaimer, this is not investment advice. This is just a research video that I put together meant to be educational as well as entertaining. I'm going to drop us into a few different news clippings and articles surrounding the company. We're going to first take a quick look at what this company has to offer. Then we're going to take a look at some fundamentals, and then we're going to take a look at the stock. So please like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Nussbaum, Invitae's Chief Medical Officer. Although parts of the country are starting to open up, I know that we've all been working under unprecedented and unusual circumstances, juggling appointments, trying to take care of our patients, and doing that remotely. First, let me introduce you to GIA. GIA is a HIPAA-compliant clinical chatbot. GIA stands for Genetic Information Assistant. GIA provides a telemedicine-friendly workflow that allows you to focus on your counseling for your patients. GIA can educate them about genetic testing, gather their family history, process and manage orders, and more. It's easy to begin using GIA. Just complete a simple survey that takes about a minute, and someone from our team will reach out with your unique GIA link. We've heard many stories from clinicians who have already put GIA to work and plan to continue using her to streamline the genetic testing process. When it comes time for sample collection, we've made it easy for your patients to test at home. When placing an order, simply check the box that reads, "Please ship a kit to my patient's address," and we'll mail your patient a prepaid saliva kit so they can test from the safety and comfort of home. You may find that by shipping test kits directly to your patients, you'll be able to better manage the number of people in the clinic while also ensuring the safety of your patients. We also know that patients have a lot of questions about genetic testing. To make it easy for you to field their questions, we recommend browsing the patient resource page on our website. You'll find a variety of tools that you can use to help explain genetic testing to your patients, including guides, brochures, and videos, all of which are available for you to share electronically or in person with your patients. We also have interactive test reports and result guides that can support you and your patient in making results easier to understand. Finally, I'd like to remind you that our clinical consult team is here to assist you. If you'd like to consult on choosing a test or have questions about a patient's result, you can give us a call. Our team consists of board-certified genetic counselors who are experienced in the practice of genetic counseling and are experts in molecular genetic testing. They're just a phone call away to answer any questions you may have. You can reach them by calling our customer service line or visiting our website. I hope you find these solutions helpful in the weeks and months ahead. All of us at Invitae thank you for everything that you do for your patients and their families.
So in my opinion, this company is pretty cool, especially in the fields of biotechnology, telemedicine, health service, healthcare. So let's take a quick look at an interview with the CEO of Invitae and try to wrap our head around the vision for this company. And hopefully we can kind of establish where it can grow.
Your health, if it's about the health of for yourself looking forward, or for your children, or for your family, Invitae is providing the answers. Invitae is bringing the same genetic information that the world's experts across all disease areas, all stages of life are relying on. Indeed, we are becoming the #1 brand with these key opinion leaders and experts. We are the one providing this information. We are the company to go to.
So you are specifically looking to take DNA information, not necessarily to tell me where I'm from or where my ancestors were from, but to help me understand my own genes and the health issues or attributes that I may have. Is that the difference?
That's right. Given how fundamentally important genetic information is to healthcare, I'll throw out a statistic. Probably up to 20% of individuals in the population's primary issues with health have genetic underpinnings. That means 20% of the population, the outcomes, decisions, the costs associated with healthcare are driven by genetics. This information is too important to be ration care in healthcare as it has historically. And Invitae, over the last 9 years, Invitae has invested heavily to solve that problem. accessibility being the other major issue, cost, accessibility. And now here coming up in Q2, we'll make this available in a patient-initiated format to get the same high-quality tests the world's leading experts rely on into the hands of as many people that need it.
It's very promising to hear from a CEO regarding genetics testing and in that field. I find it very fascinating. Let's pay some attention to the fundamentals. Let's draw our attention to the chart on the right. We're going to see and notice that the institutional investors own around 75% of this company. And to me, that is indicating a lot of promise for some ascension, if not in the short term, definitely in the long term. Moving to the chart next to it on the left, the EPS chart, we definitely want to see the EPS not be in the negative, right? We want to see the EPS, which indicates the profitability of a company, which is calculated by dividing the company's net income with its total number of outstanding shares. Currently, shares outstanding of Invitae is 178.35 million. We definitely want to see a more positive EPS. Capital structure, this is a mid-cap company, market cap roughly somewhere between $6 to $8 billion. The revenue, 2020 estimate is 258.95 million. And the revenue is the total amount of income generated by sales of goods, of services. So I think that this type of company is the way of the future, and a lot of institutions seem to believe that as well. So if we can kind of wrap our head around that, then perhaps we can see this company as a long-term play. Okay, I'm going to put us into these charts. The side-by-side comparison, total return of an Invitae versus the S&P 500. Now, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with holding, an index fund that just passively continues to grow over time and you don't have to really think too much of it. I understand that. Now, the reason why Invitae is very attractive to me because of this performance. And we see most recently, all the way back to 5 years, that the stock has just outperformed the S&P 500 significantly. So I just thought I would showcase this chart and a side-by-side comparison. And it's pretty gnarly. Okay, let's take a quick look at this article from Yahoo Finance. Are options traders betting on a big move in Invitae stock? So investors in Invitae Corporation need to pay close attention to the stock based on moves in the options market lately. That is because the November 20th, 2020 $30 put had some of the highest implied volatility of all equity options today. And again, this article came out earlier in October. Implied volatility shows how much movement the market is expecting in the future. Options with high levels of implied volatility suggest that investors in the underlying stocks are expecting a big move in one direction or the other. It could also mean that there is an event coming up soon that may cause a big rally or a huge sell-off. However, implied volatility is only one piece of the puzzle when putting together an options trading strategy. Clearly, options traders are pricing in a big move for Invitae's shares, but what is the fundamental picture for the company? Currently, Invitae is a Zacks ranked number 2 buy in the medical info systems industry that ranks in the top 48% of our Zacks industry rank. Over the last 30 days, the Zacks consensus estimate for the current quarter has narrowed from a loss of 62 cents per share to a loss of 61 cents. Given the way analysts feel about Invitae right now, the huge implied volatility could mean there is a trading developing. Oftentimes, options traders look for options with high levels of implied volatility to sell premium. This is a strategy many seasoned traders use because it captures decay. At expiration, the hope for these traders is that the underlying stock does not move as much as originally expected. So, this article, I just wanted to showcase it that there's some heavy options trading involved with this stock. So given what we went over with all of the fundamentals of it, I could see where in the short term the stock keeps descending into more of a bearish pattern. But then again, anything can happen. So I just thought I'd share this article. All right, let's take a quick look at my trading view, the 6-month trading window of Invitae. I'm going to highlight some levels of support down from the high teens to the 20s to the 30s. It's had a nice run up to the 40s. It popped, touched some of the 50s, the mid 50s, low 50s. Then we had a nice little pullback to where it's currently sitting at $47. So I see this stock with some stair-stepping patterns of ascension, some nice levels of support. It wants to take off, and then it has a nice pullback. So with everything that we've covered thus far, with some of the information regarding the numbers of trades as far as the options trades, some of the $30 puts, and some $50 calls, I believe, would be a decent, or even in the low 50s. There's, a good amount of call options out there. So I could see this going anyway, which, right, it can go any way. There's no way to predict one way or another except for momentum. Such stocks like Tesla, where people are just rushing into it and definitely causes the stock to go up. And then for whatever reason, anytime that there's a huge sell-off where the price just takes a massive dive, or a stock split. So I can see the stock going down to that $30 put option. I could, anything can happen, like I said. So we're going to play a few different scenarios where that level of resistance is in the low 50s, right above, or in the high 40s. So if we just draw it out a little bit further, if it does go down, and that's what we've already indicated, right? These levels of support, that's what they're there for. They're there to support the stock from just dropping off the face of the earth. So I'm going to make that level of support, that put option, in the $30 range. And, well, what do we know? Look, it was trading there for a while. It was trading sideways not too long ago. So again, there's no way to predict what's going to happen. But if we're to understand that there's a lot of options activity, then the price and the stock is very volatile. So there's some levels of support there in the highlighter pink that I am just showcasing, indicating that it can trade there again. So I could see it just being bearish, dropping down, kind of trading there for a little while, perhaps until you get some decent earnings reports, or you can get some more sells, or just some different information, different news that's coming out about the company. But definitely it's had a nice run. So if you believe in genetics testing and telemedicine, where you can talk to this type of company, then you can kind of see the growth. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, y'all. We're growing the channel at such a very, very nice rate. I can't even begin to share my gratitude. So if there's another company, ETF, IPO that you'd like to see me research, just go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. I will do my best to get to it as soon as possible. So I hope that y'all have had a nice weekend, and I hope that y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all on the next video.